Hi, I'm Sandy and I'm single.
And I'm Liz and I'm married.
And
this is Single and Married LA. Hey Sandy, what's going on?
We had a great eventful weekend this past weekend.
Yes, we did. Not only have the holidays gone by, but we also had a wine tasting in Santa Barbara weekend.
We did, yes, to celebrate our friend Sarah's birthday.
Woo-woo!
Sarah! Yeah, it was fun. We went to Santa Barbara and went to some wineries up there.
Did you have a favorite winery?
I always like Fest Parker, but I mean, I know we didn't really go explore the outside, but the inside was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the activities at Sunstone.
Yes, yeah.
But I thought that the Andrew Murray, which was the last one we went to, I thought they had really good wine.
They did, and we did get a bottle there, and that was the last one we went to, right?
Yeah. And how were your holidays in Tejas?
It was good. Yeah, I stayed with my parents in Denton, and then my brothers came into town, and with their significant others, we had a really good time. One of my brothers has 2 new puppies.
Aww.
So we got to play and see the puppies. They're so cute. So that was my holidays. It was fun. It was good. What about yours?
They were good. Thank you for asking.
You're also in Texas, but Houston, not Dallas area.
Yeah, I have no brothers and sisters, but we had a good time. Golden Man and my parents and I went to Galveston, which is a interesting beach that has flesh-eating bacteria. But we stayed at a really nice hotel down there. And it had like this very Hawaiian tropical themed pool that was like permanently at 75 degrees the whole
I was going to ask because it's cold there, so I was wondering how that pool situation would work out.
Oh, it was great. I would stay there forever if I had unlimited money.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is a good segue now to Blast from the Past.
Oh, yes.
All right, so would you like to go first from your Blast from the Past?
Sure. Do you ever have those moments where, like, time kind of, like, stops still and it's like a movie moment and
okay.
You're like, oh, wow, this is, like, the moment, like, where I meet my significant other.
Oh, yeah, okay, all the time. I like to live that in my head all the time. It never happens. It's never true, but yes.
Yeah. So I had a moment like that.
Okay.
Not with Golden Man. Sorry, Golden Man.
No, it's Blast from the Past, so that's fine.
So it's Blast from the Past. So let's see. It must have been 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay.
I was at a karaoke bar in LA with friends.
Okay, am I included or no? Probably not.
I don't think you were there, no.
Okay. All right.
So I was there, and basically we were at the bar, some of our friends, and just like listening to the karaoke, thinking about going on stage and stuff. And then my friends were like, oh, we like see this guy that we used to play like intramural sports with.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I like didn't play that with you, but it'll be cool to like meet a friend of yours. And pretty much like I looked over and like time like kind of stopped still.
Oh.
And it was like my type walking up, and he like came up to like meet everyone, but then like we were kind of like fixated on each other, and so I think he should be titled Slow Mo Man.
Oh, okay.
Like slow motion, like everything kind of like stopped.
Okay, all right.
So I come to find out that he's actually moving away from LA at the time.
Okay.
We have like these like 2 weeks, maybe week and a half, where we like hang out every day and we really hit it off at the bar, and we have like a lot of same interests, and like we both have like really like laid back personalities or whatever.
Okay.
We like, hang out at home, we like go out, blah 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 blah. And then I find out one night when we're out and his ex-girlfriend happens to be there.
At the same place? The same bar that you
at? So he
was his plant? He prepped you, so he knew.
He knew that she was going to be there.
And
she actually came up to me and was, like, super nice. And, like, we were just like, oh, hey, what's up? But, like, the night after or whatever, I forget how it happened, but And this is after, like, he has friends being like, oh, like, we think you're, like, the perfect girl for him. Like, he shouldn't be moving away. Blah, blah, blah. And they're, like, telling him this. But yeah, so right after all this stuff happens, I meet the ex-girlfriend, and she's nice.
Okay.
It somehow comes out that he's been seeing her at the same time he's been seeing me.
Okay, I have so many questions. So when she introduced herself, she herself also knew that he was seeing you?
Yes,
or
she knew that
she
he was
okay
seeing me and did not express to me
No.
that we were seeing the same person at the same time.
No, not good.
Nope.
That speaks of her character too, just saying.
She seems like a really nice girl.
No,
but the fact that she, like, and maybe she thought that he told me and that I was okay with it, but I would never be okay with that.
Okay, but again, no offense to those who I think this would be okay with. Me personally, if I was a girl that knew that my guy was dating somebody else and that they were there, like, she blatantly knew, right? Like, who you were.
We were all at the same location.
That would not have been okay. There's no way I would have talked to you. I probably would have given you side eye.
I know.
Like, there's no way I would have been like, hi, I'm so sorry. I'd be like, that's the girl who he's dating? No, don't want to talk to her.
Yeah.
So no.
Anyway, so after that happened,
Nope.
I don't know what you want to call it. It was not a relationship, but it was one of those, like, you know, feelings fast kind of things. Yeah, it just wasn't going to work out for me. So
when he moved, is that when it ended?
I mean, when he moved, yes, but then once, like, I found out about that, like, things changed very dramatically.
Interesting. Wait, when did you find out who this girl was? That night or later?
I want to say it was within, like, 48 to 72 hours after I met her.
Yeah, no, that would have been done. I'd have been like, sorry, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
all right.
Yeah, that's my blast from the past.
Interesting.
So my point is, sometimes when all time stops and it's slow motion and it's like the romantic movie rom-com is real life.
Yeah.
Doesn't exactly pan out the same way.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but sad, but true.
Yeah, but it's okay. Then I moved on and
obviously you're exactly
Yeah,
and then you're married, so
yeah.
Yeah.
But enough about me, Sandy. What about your blast from the past?
So mine, straight off the gate, we are gonna call him Biker Gangman. Okay.
Oh, yes. I think we may have referenced this in one of the Never Have I Evers in the past.
Maybe, yes, but I'll elaborate. So, Liz and her boyfriend at the time, Jailman, and I were all at a bar together, and I had my eye set on somebody else. And I was trying to get that guy's attention, and Jailman was actually really nice and was trying to get that to happen. But I guess that guy was visiting from out of town. I don't know if you remember this. He was like visiting from out of town. And so I guess he just wasn't interested in me. So this other guy was interested in me. And I didn't bite at first. I was like, whatever, I'm interested in the friend. But then once I realized the friend wasn't interested in me, you know, you kind of get sad. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So we go to, I don't know if you remember exactly all the story. So
I remember.
We were at a bar with them, but then they invited us to their house or their apartment, and we're like, okay. So we go to this like sketch part of downtown LA.
Yes, and just to clarify, the bar was in downtown LA.
Yes, but not in the sketch part. It was the normal part.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we go to the sketch part, and all of us were like, okay. So then we get to this apartment, and I don't know, everybody was like drinking and whatever, having fun. And then they have us go on the roof, right?
Yeah.
They have us go. Okay. So we go on the roof and we're like, it's actually beautiful. You do get a skyline. You get to see the skyline and like all that. It was beautiful. But again, I had my eyes set on this one guy and he just wasn't biting. So this other guy was interested in me. Didn't know anything about him or whatever. And so I guess we go back down after the roof, and then the guy makes it very clear that he's interested in me. And
how did he make it clear,
I don't
Sandy?
remember. I don't remember if he like either kissed me or just told me he was interested. I don't know, but I feel like I might have said I was interested in your friend. I don't remember. So this is the bad part of this, is that I don't remember if I actually said it or in my head thought it. Anyways, so regardless, I end up giving the guy I'm not interested in my number. And then we leave. I think you, me, and Jailman leave.
Mm-hmm.
And we go home and whatever. And so then I get this text and he asks me on a date. And I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. I don't know much about him. So I go on this date and I forgot where we were. Again, someplace downtown. And in the middle of the date, he has his phone on the table. And this is like years prior. So I don't know what year this was.
2010?
10? Yeah, I was gonna say I was single around 10. So 9 and 10 is like when that breakup happened. So around there. Anyway, so he gets this call and he's like, I'm sorry, I have to take it. So he takes this call, goes outside, whatever, comes back to the table and then actually says these words. I'm sorry, that was somebody from my biker gang. I'm the, I think he said president. I don't know what the word was. I think president. And there's a gang war happening right now and I have to reassure my people to not get involved. And I was just like, okay. Like, I didn't know what to say because I had no idea he was involved in a biker gang.
Wait.
Not only that, but president of it. Or I don't know if it's president or whatever.
Was there any, memorabilia,
no, right?
biker gang memorabilia or,
No.
advertisements when we went to his place?
From what I remember, and I have a bad memory, but I will say no.
Also,
I didn't know.
Follow-up question.
Okay.
When we went to his place, I think we, taxied or Uber there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
He wasn't on, a bike and was like, hey, Sandy, get on the back of my bike. Let's go to my place.
No, because I would have known at that point. No, you, me, and Jailman went together. We went together to this, apartment, whatever, complex or whatever it was. So, no. So, I had no indication. So, when that happened, everything just, dropped. I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, okay. But in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, he's the head of a biker gang and there's about to be a gang war and he doesn't want his people to be involved. So I was like, all right, whatever. So we ended up ending the date, I think early because he needed to get that stuff sorted. And then he did ask me for a second date and I said no. And this is where the problem came, was that Liz and I were at a bar just randomly and he was there and he ended up using derogatory terms to me because I wouldn't have a second date with him. So
that's messed up.
Right. And so I don't know if and so he was calling me a bitch and all this stuff because I wasn't doing a second date, but really it's because I'm sorry, I don't want to date the head of a biker gang. It's just not in my cards. That's not what I want. So he was so he was very rude. And did you ever talk to him? I don't remember. Did you go?
I think I talked to him.
That's what I feel like you did. I thought you talked to him, but I don't remember what happened after that. Anyways, the moral of that is, he was really rude to me, and then that was it. I just ignored him, and then that was done. I never went on another date with the head of a biker gang again.
I'm sorry.
Again. Good segue into what's going on now. So, hot off the press.
Yeah.
What is happening in your life right now, Liz?
Well, it's not really happening in my life, but I feel like in our friend group, there are a lot of new, adorable babies.
Yes. There are.
And I think they're so cute.
They are very adorable.
I just don't know how to hold or deal with a baby.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, I like to they're cute and I find them cute. And I feel like everyone has this maternal or fatherly or some sort of instinct on how to hold the baby, how to be with the baby, but I just feel awkward all the time.
Okay, but
and it's not that I don't want to hold the baby.
Okay,
it's so cute. I want to cuddle with it, but I'm worried I'm gonna hold it and its head's gonna fall off, or I'm gonna do something
okay,
some way that I hold it is gonna hurt it, and I don't want that to happen.
Okay, but okay, I understand this, but do you ever not support the head? I don't know a lot about holding a baby. The only thing I know is you support the head. Do you know that?
That's the only thing I know.
Then that's it. You just support the head.
But I feel it's
what else is there to do?
I feel I'm holding a nuclear bomb, and if I do anything mildly wrong with the head, like something really bad's gonna happen.
No. Well, as long as, like I said, as long as you know to, like, support the head in whatever way you cradle the baby in whatever way you want to, as long as you support the head, that's the only thing that matters, right?
Yeah.
Or...
I just, like, feel like maybe I missed out on, like, some
No.
childhood lesson about holding babies. I mean, I
There
am
isn't.
an only child, so I never had, like, brothers and sisters.
Well, I'm the youngest, though, so I never had a younger one.
Right.
So, no, but that's true. But, no, I don't think there's any secret. I think it's just as long as you support the head. That's it.
That's the only thing I know, literally.
Yeah, no, me too. Me too. I will say it is weird for me too, but I would say as long as I know I support the head, that I'm like, I don't care what the rest of the body does, because I know I have to support the head, and if I don't, then, like, the baby might die. That's literally in my head, that's what I think. I'm like, if I don't support the head, this baby's gonna die.
That's how I think too. But I think it gives me a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hold, like, the babies in our friend group because they're, like, so adorable.
They're so cute, yeah.
But, like, I'm also like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of pressure. Like, I should know more about this. There should be, like, a training before I
agree.
go and, like, hold these adorable babies.
I feel like there might need to be a class in, like, high school or college or something about, like, baby holding or baby carrying for other, like, I mean, actually for yourself, too.
Yeah.
That is true. But I feel like what people always say when they have babies is, like, you don't know until you have one.
Yes, that's what I've heard, too.
Right. So I think, like, that's just it. You don't know until you have one. And then the friends who have to support this baby's head are left out because we don't have babies. And so we're like, yeah, just support the head and don't kill it. So...
Yeah. Well, that's my $1 million idea.
Yeah.
Someone could, like, start, like, an inexpensive class that's, like, how to hold babies.
I agree. I think that, that's
all I need.
I think that would be really important, yeah. Because, no, I agree. It's very weird.
The other thing I was going to, like, add on to that is that, I don't know how it is, like, nationally, but in Texas... Mm-hmm. When you're in middle school, like, you have to, like, get your parents' permission to, like, watch, like, well, not only, like, puberty stuff, like, in public school, but also, like, the birthing video of when, like, babies come out.
We've never touched it. This is great. Yes. So what's your story behind it? Because I got a story, too.
So my story about the birthing video is that when I was in, hold on, I think it was seventh grade? Sixth or seventh. Basically, my parents had planned this trip to Disney World. Like, and we used to go, like, every year, like, which was really nice and awesome. Yes. But it ended up being on the week that the birthing video was being shown. Oh. And so, like, my parents were the type where, like, yeah, like, any of these classes were fine. Okay. Like, they had my permission. But it just so happened that, like, we were on vacation, like, the week they were showing the birthing video. Okay. But, they were like, oh, like, you can take home, like, the video with you, and you can watch it at home. You can take the video? Yes. So, like, that's not you can take the video home and watch it at home. No. Well, it was only because I was, like, missing it. Like, this wasn't, like, a standard thing.
I guess, but that's still very weird.
But I remember that I took the video home, and then my parents were like, okay, like, you should just, like, watch it.
Did they watch it with you?
No, I never wanted to watch it, so I never watched a birthing video.
Wait, are you kidding me?
Well, like, it's something I want to do in the future, but I felt now the same way I did then. Like, I'm, like, someone that freaks out about everything. Yes. So, like, I would rather just, like, not know. And I know that's, like, really bad, and I should probably, like, be more educated. Like, I get the general...
Because you want your own children. This is why. You want your own children.
Yes.
So this is why you should have watched it.
But, like, I understand that I should educate myself, so that's on my, like, to-do list before I decide to have children.
Are you just gonna, like, Google YouTube, like, a birthing video?
Oh, like, I'm sure there's one on there.
Oh, probably, but that's nasty. Like, shit.
But yeah, so I never watched it, so...
Wow.
But what's your story about the birthing video?
My best friend in Texas, Casey, shout out to Casey, and I were in the same 7th grade class. She already knew I did not like blood, anything like that, and so we had to watch it. We were in the same class and had to watch it, and unfortunately, of course, I just put my head down, and she was like, oh my god, and I was just like, no, I don't, and I was like screaming in the class. So I barely remember anything because I tried to like not remember it, but I do know she was there and watched it because actually she is going to be a nurse now. So she was fine with it, but I was like, oh my God, like I can't even look. And she's like, Sandy, don't look, don't look, don't look. She just like kept telling me like, don't look, don't look. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to look. And I think I remember, oh, it's so gross. I remember looking up, I don't know why I did, and I saw one image and it's ingrained in my head.
This is why I don't want to watch it.
Forever. And I'm like, no. And I've always wanted to adopt, not for that reason, for other reasons, for mainly like, you know, I feel like there's a lot of kids in foster homes and stuff like that. So that's why I want to adopt. So it wasn't anything about that, but it just reassured my opinion that like, no, I never want that to happen to my body. And yeah, that was that. Wow. So I freaked out like nobody else in the class. And I was like, no, oh my God, like just head down, like, nope, not going to happen.
Well, 2 things to say about that.
Yeah.
One, that's really awesome that you want to adopt.
Yes,
for that reason.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you're like talking about it because I think that's really important.
Thank you.
And 2, on a less serious note, you're not really making me want to watch this video.
No,
so...
I literally one image. I only looked up once, and it's one image ingrained in my head, and I'm like, no, and just like straight up on my head, right back down. I was like, this is not gonna happen. So I do have to warn you, if you do watch one, just be careful. Like. But I mean, again, that's my perspective. I don't want to knock it, obviously, anyone that does it, and that's a beautiful, you know, thing to do. So, but it's just, it is the reality. Yeah. The reality is it's going to be like that. So if you're obviously comfortable and want that to happen and want to create, you know, biological children with your own DNA and all that, just know that that is what it is going to be. Like, that's just the fact.
I know. But enough about me, Sandy. What's hot off the press with you?
Well, so we mentioned on the last podcast, Hot and Cold Man, the one that was after me for 3 years. And then now that I was ready for a relationship, he was not ready.
Oh, yes.
So we mentioned that. So what I have to say on this podcast about it is... I want to empower women to stand your ground and know what you want and what you deserve and don't accept anything less.
You say it, girl.
Yes. No, I really do believe it. And I think because I now stood my ground and I feel a lot better than what I had in my other relationships. So we've referred to Flax Man before. So that was a 7-year on and off, like what are we, what aren't we kind of relationship. Yeah. And I think what I learned from that is to always speak your mind, to know what you want, and to like say it. Like, why are you waiting, right? I waited for 7 years to find out, does he want to be with me, does he not? And in the end, he didn't. And so I think that that's something very like important to me, is that 7 years it was, you know, these things that people don't talk about, like these little things, like you're waiting for a text, you send a text out, oh, is he going to text back? What is he going to say? It's like little things like that you don't want to think about, but like it affects your mental health.
Right.
And so when you think about it now, when I'm out of that situation of 10 years and I think about it, I don't want to ever be in that situation again. I want that person to want to be with me. Like, why not?
Right.
So currently what has happened with Hot and Cold Man is that we've had to have another discussion now of me standing my ground and saying I want a relationship, but him saying that he still wants to see me. Well, I'm sorry, you can't get what you want. Like, I know what I want, and I want a relationship, and I want somebody that wants to be with me. So why am I going to spend my time, like, seeing you when you want to see me? And I'm done with that. I did that for 7 years, and now I want to stand my ground, and I want somebody that wants to be with me, and why would I waste my time otherwise? I'm 32, about to be 32, and it's not worth my time anymore. And so I guess what I just want to say to others too is to empower them, because I feel so empowered once I did it. It was just like, oh, like it just opened my world. Instead of saying, like I said, for that 7-year relationship of like, I wouldn't ask him, like, what are we? I wouldn't ask him you wouldn't dare, right? You're kind of like, oh, I wonder what this is, whatever. Now I'm like, screw it. What are we? What do you think we are? Because I want this. If you don't want this, goodbye. And like, I feel like that's so empowering. And I encourage others to do that it's very freeing because you don't have that mental energy spent. Is he going to text me back? What is he going to say? Are we something? Does he want to be with me? You don't have any of that crap anymore. You just have a yes or no answer. Do you want to be with me? Yes or no? No? Okay, good. Bye-bye. Like, I will be with someone else.
So, has he straight up answered the do you want to be with me, do you not want to be with me question?
Not directly. We've actually today, so this is like very recent, today I've been talking about this, and I've been asking him constantly, even months ago. I had emailed him and asked him, and I'm not getting a straight answer, and it's for various reasons that I think I know, but again, I don't. If someone says they don't want to be with you, for me at least, at that point, I had learned my lesson, and that means that they don't want to be with you. Like, or they don't want a relationship. I should back that up. If they say they don't want a relationship, then I was like, okay, at that point, I was like, oh, but maybe they want a relationship later. I learned the hard way that every time that happened, it was no, because they found somebody else. So they found somebody else, which meant that to me that they don't want to be with me. So when this guy said it, I was like, no, screw you. It just means 6 months now, you're going to find somebody else. He was adamant saying, no, I don't want a relationship because I'm just not ready. I can't keep my commitment to my family and friends. And I'm at this point saying like, no, I'm drawing the line. Like, does this mean you don't want to be with me as a person, or is it that you're not ready? And I'm trying to get him to, I guess, delineate what that is, and he cannot. And that is why I am like very frustrated right now. It's like, you know, as Lizzo says, why men gotta be great till they gotta be great. And it's very true. It's like when you draw that line, it's like, are you really not ready for a relationship? Or are you not ready for a relationship with me? Like, that's the two distinctions that you need to get to.
Right.
And that is what I've been trying to get to, is what is it? Is it just a relationship in general? Or is it that we're not right for each other? And that's fine. I've been through it enough. If that's not me, then that's fine. But you have to be honest and say that, and then, you know what, I move on and goodbye. I'll find somebody else. So,
but he is still unclear whether he wants to be with you or not.
Yeah, he will say that he just wants to be friends right now, and I'm like, yes, but do you see a future with me? And then he cannot answer.
In follow-up to that,
yeah.
How do you think it impacts your current dating outlook?
I need time, and not for that, for that reason. I mean, obviously I really liked him and that affected me, but I think also right now in 2020, I've been doing a lot of things for myself that have been working on myself that I would like to continue, and I don't think dating right now would be good with that. So like working out and doing like a bedtime routine and like things like that, I think is what is making me happy right now. And I don't know that dating somebody would be good, because I think that would affect that. I'm not ready for that to affect that. So I got to kind of figure out my routine first before I date somebody. So,
well, that's good. It's good to focus on you and make sure that you're in a good spot
exactly.
to, you know, have a partner, be a partner.
Yeah.
So,
but I do know when I do start dating, that is probably a question that I will ask, are you open to a relationship? So if that person says no, I'm not going to waste my time. Like, I'm done. I'm 32. Like, no. They have to be at least open to, like, I'm not saying it needs to be a relationship tomorrow. I'm just saying that, like, the person is dating to, like, see, oh, I want a relationship.
Yeah.
So that's probably when I get to that point, that will be, like, probably a question that either I ask, or if it's online dating, if it's already a question that's on there.
And I think that comes with maturity and coming with a better sense of who you are. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So waste no time, ladies. Know what you want, what you deserve, and don't settle for anything less.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
But that brings me to our Never Have I Ever.
Yes.
And Sandy.
Okay.
I have a Never Have I Ever for you.
Sure.
Never have I ever.
Yes.
Officiated a wedding.
Ah, yes. I have officiated 5 weddings.
Only 5?
Well, I'm doing the 6th one coming up pretty soon. And that will be number 6. I thought I was going to be done at number 5.
Yeah.
And then my high school friend asked me to officiate her wedding. So I will be doing her wedding pretty soon.
That's
so that
exciting.
Will be number 6.
We have to talk about what that whole process is. And
so my, actually I need to figure out my what do you call it, success rate. It was, I think it might be 75%. Wait, what's 5? I have 1 divorce out of 5. What's that? 1?
So you're 80% successful.
All right, I got 80%, guys. So more weddings I do, the higher my success rate. I only have 1 divorce. That's it.
Yeah, well, just so everyone knows, Sandy married Golden Man and I.
Oh, yes, that's true. We haven't mentioned that.
So, I don't know. Hopefully your success rate stays where it is, as long as the Catacorn Cup stays around.
All right, well, I will make sure that Catacorn Cup stays in your possession.
Thank you.
Mainly because I'm worried about my success rate. No, I'm kidding. I do care about their marriage.
Thank you.
Okay, so never have I ever for you. All right. Never have I ever sunbathed topless at a beach. And I don't even know the story.
What?
You know who told me this? Her husband, Golden Man. So what is the story?
Sunbathed topless?
That is what your husband told me.
Well, I've done that.
So tell me. He said you were with
more
him.
than once.
More than once? He only spent a time with you guys. What?
Well...
You gotta say this. I'm so curious because I didn't even know.
Well, you guys ever go to Austin?
Yeah.
Austin's a pretty cool city. And Golden Man and I went there one time. And we were looking for things to do. And I was like, oh, the lake's fun.
Yeah.
And so we looked up some stuff. And I was like, hey, do you want to be a little crazy? And there's a place called Hippie Hollow.
Okay, I've heard of
in
this.
Austin.
My sister-in-law told me about this. I did not know about this.
It's a clothing optional beach.
In the middle of the lake, right?
In the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
And it's not too far from Austin. I want to say 45 minutes. Don't quote me, but yeah. And, so basically you, park at the beach, and you can go down, and you can choose to be fully nude, or topless, or, wear clothes, whatever you want to do. So, we went. The Golden Man was not on board.
Okay.
But I was like, I want to kind of see what this is all about. So we got there and we found a spot on the beach, and it was interesting. There were a few people there.
Were they fully nude?
It was interesting because it was almost like people would okay, so you park in a parking lot, and then you kind of go over this ridge, and then you go down a trail in this ridge down to the water.
Okay.
And so people are pretty discreet, and they'll kind of find their own area, because yeah, it's a nude beach, but everyone, it's America, it's not like Europe, so everyone's pretty discreet about everything. But yeah, everyone kind of stakes out their own area, and so we did that, and may or may not have been topless, but I am not very open about my body, but I was still
but other
let me
people
try
were
being
doing
free.
It. Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was kind of awkward sometimes to see men by themselves there.
Oh, that is interesting. Were they older men?
Yeah, middle age, for sure.
That's kind of weird.
But yeah, I had never been to a nude beach, and I always wanted to do that, and yeah. So yes, I have sunbathed.
Yes,
I guess. So.
All right.
Good times. Hippie Hollow. Yeah, thanks guys for listening in, and we'll be out with a new episode shortly.
Yeah, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.